It is the season, we've been talking about this, of high school football games, homecomings, and parties. As parents, you're trying to make sure your kids make good decisions to stay away from alcohol and drugs. Always a bit of a struggle there.
Attorney Clair Campbell joins us to talk about risks for teens and their parents as well. Claire, it's great to see you.
Good morning.
You look very fall and festive. I like it.
I feel it. I match.
Yeah, you do. You match the sofa. You match the sofa. You know, I think we'd like to think that this doesn't happen, but unfortunately we know we have to talk about teens and drinking because it does happen.
It happens, and any parent out there that has a teenager and has been to your pediatrician recently, once they kind of hit that high school age, they're going to be subjected to a lot of temptations. And most pediatricians and pharmacologists will tell you 1 in 7 children, 1 in 7 teens is going to be exposed to alcohol, drugs, etc. And if there's already alcohol in the household, 1 in 3, if there's any abuse going on with regard to those substances, is going to become an alcoholic.
Obviously, you talk to your kids about making the correct decisions, but as a parent, and you were talking about having alcohol in the house specifically, there is some responsibility. If the kids get the alcohol, if they bring their friends over and they start drinking and something happens, I mean, we've had stories on the news about this. Parents need to know the liability there.
They do. Here's what happens. If you have homeowners coverage, the homeowners policy should take care of the problem, but you need to check with your insurance agent because that's not guaranteed. Some states are beginning to exclude drinking in the household by minors from coverage. North Carolina and South Carolina haven't done that yet, but again, you need to be careful. Also, typically when drinking is involved and a catastrophe like a car wreck occurs, the damages are going to be huge. And if you only have $100,000 in coverage on your home and no umbrella, that may not be enough. And guess what's going to happen? The injured party or the dead the family of the dead folk is going to come to your home and try to take it, your car, your business, etc.
I don't, Claire, I think there are, I hate to say this, but I know that there are people, those parents who think, well, they're going to drink anyway. I'd rather they do it here in my house where I can control it.
Well, I think that's a moral judgment that the family has to make. It's illegal. One,
right.
You know, they're not 21, so you need to be careful.
Yes.
There's criminal, punishment that takes place, and what we've seen on the news too, where parents have been put in jail for serving
liquor. It's not a good choice. It's not a good choice ever.
No,
right.
But if that's the family's decision, I don't think it's a safe or wise decision. But here's what you're also fostering is that child thinks it's okay. That child's going to continue to do so, and you're sort of fostering the potential alcoholism of that child. If there is another friend over and you're serving alcohol without permission to that child too, without the parents knowing, again, it's illegal, but those are risks. So let's just say that child that's visiting your child and there's alcohol going on and you know about it, they get in a car, they go out and they have a problem, again, that brings liability right back to the adult parent. And so you just got multiple issues.
And this really is a subject I think parents don't want to think about. They don't want to think that this could happen to them or to their children. But again, I think this reiterates the fact that you have to talk to your kids, and then you have to think about the legal responsibility, and you have to talk to them about that. Right?
I think kids don't really think about it. They think, I'm a parent of a teenager. I'm a teenager. I'm entitled to experience everything. And so they need to know about the money that's involved in insuring their vehicle, in taking care of things that they do wrong. It's not like, you can't fix an F on a paper at school like you can fix, repairing a vehicle or changing someone's life if a child is taken away from you.
You touched on that a little bit. What is the financial risk that parents face if their teen gets behind the wheel of a car?
Here's what happens. Hopefully they get home safe. Hopefully they don't cause any trouble. But if there is a problem, if there is a car accident, then the owner of the vehicle is primarily responsible. So if the car is in the teen's name, and usually that's not going to happen because most teenagers can't contract to own a vehicle. They may have used their savings to pay for it, but the parent's name's going to be on that title. All of a sudden, whoever's on the title, that's going to have the insurance. The insurance is going to take care of what it can to the limit purchased. But then, wherever the alcohol was consumed, and this kind of brings you to another area, is in whatever environment. So if the environment was at home and that parent knew that those kids were drinking, had left the liquor unlocked, you've got your liquor cabinet or your beer in the fridge, the kids know about that, they're going to be accessing that. So again, if the parent knew, that's going to be the key, that they were drinking and condoned it or allowed it and didn't take any measures to prevent it, then the homeowner's policy is going to be at risk. And then beyond that, if it's not adequate.
Clair Campbell, thank you very much. Campbell & Associates has offices in Charlotte, Gastonia, Hickory, and Rock Hill. You can call them at 704-333-0885. Again, it is 704-333-0885, or visit injuryhelp.org. Injuryhelp.org. We appreciate your time, Claire. Thanks.